All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a matchup between Chaemiko versus Michael. This game taking place here on Northern Isle. We have Michael spawning as the blue undead on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the top right-hand side of the map, we have Chaemiko spawning as the red human. Human versus undead in this 1v1 matchup. Hopefully, everything will turn out fine and dandy. Things not going my way today. Absolute failure in anything I've tried to do, so hopefully it does not repeat itself in this particular cast. A long, hard day, and hopefully I still got a smile on my face and in my voice as I talk about it, because in the grand scheme, I don't matter that much, and it's really not that big of a deal. So yeah, a little bit of perspective as I'm talking out loud and slowing myself down here. All right, Acolyte gonna go ahead and kill that sheep. Apparently Acolyte's gonna serve up a nice sheep in this 1v1 matchup. Rod of Necromancy will be purchased from that Tomb of Relics for that Death Knight. And then, well, a Death Knight using that Rod of Necromancy can clear out this null warding creep camp fairly quickly. One skeleton may get taken down, but at that point you are gonna be able to get up to 3 skeletons and then move on your merry way. Meanwhile, what are we gonna see from Chaemiko opening up with the Archmage? May try to call it to arms. As we see, there's a little bit of a gap in between these two farms, so you got to be careful about that. You never want to accidentally just trap your hero in a Scroll of Town portal, and then by doing so, well, you can see that gap right there. If you trap your hero in that Scroll of Town portal, he has no way to escape, and on top of that, well, all the range units have free shots on him forever and a day. Ab3737, thank you for the kind words as we're looking at the null warding creep camp. Gonna get cleared out very quickly. Ogre Warrior Ice Troll is there. Meanwhile, Footman doing a little bit of harass here. Death Knight gonna go ahead and clear out that one particular null warden as well, looking to absorb some damage onto that skeletal warrior. Gonna go ahead and wait for that Rod of Necromancy charge to come online. There it goes, as this one guy should be pulling back here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Archmage calling in additional militia to join in on this fight. 2 water elementals, one of them tanking up in that front line, as you're going to see the Archmage get to level 2 relatively fast. Already going to be getting up to 3 armor, and at up to, well, 6 armor with Claws of Attack plus 9. Very good damage, very good damage, and well able to really shoo away that Death Knight much more. Claws of Attack plus 6 early on. You can basically say that it is dealing, a third more damage about, as you can take a look, that Death Knight is just wandering around continuously. So yeah, 1/3 more damage as the skeletal minions are going to go ahead and try and engage here. All right, Archmage purposely staying close by. Death Coil onto, well, nope, the Peasant purposely ducking and dodging inside that one gold mine, and able to do exactly that as the skeletal minions are going to continue to come back and chase again. Oh, is he going to be able to jump inside down to 4 hit points and able to escape once more? Meanwhile, let's take a look at this Death Knight. Death Knight low on hit points because of that additional damage from that Archmage. An extra 50 hit points goes a long way. Rod of Necromancy now being used again, and these skeletal minions want to finish the job. They want to take down that Peasant. As you're going to take a look at them, well, skeletal minions actually able to shift through the trees right there. Oh, one Peasant going to try to block their way through, but no, ends up getting taken down anyways. All right, 2 skeletal minions are left off of this harassment. 1 Peasant now down, but experience will be had for that Archmage, who now sits at level 2. Claws of Attack plus 6, Ring of Protection plus 3, Brilliant Aura well on its way there. Death Knight reaching level 2 picks up Unholy Aura, no big surprise. Faster movement speed, passive regeneration, as the Archmage, well, and Archmage and Undead, Death Knight just still clearing up everything. Yep. Thank you for the Altari Jotas. I think you were the one that gave a bunch of subs. Thank you very much. I'm helping to build my community. Wish I could have followed it up, but then I came down with a really, really bad cold and was unable to cast pretty much all of last week. Death Knight now once again on the move. There's a sacrificial skull. Archmage going to try and catch up there, and well, the damage is going to be rather high, and with Boots of Speed, that Archmage should be able to catch up to that Death Knight with no problem. Let's take a look at that Death Knight, already down to 175 damage, and we're going to see more damage getting added onto that Death Knight there. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, another shot right there. Oh, Crypt Fiend could get taken down. Water Elemental doesn't get the block though, as some Skeletal Minions could get taken out as well. Alright, trying to finish off those Skeletal Minions should be enough to give level 3 to the Archmage. There it goes, level 2 Brilliance, or level 2 Water Elementals, as the Death Knight, well, still shifting around. 3 Crypt Fiends, wants to do more creeping of his own, but the Death Knight of Chaemiko, is he going to spot this? Yes, he is. Going to get some easy damage, perhaps get it onto the Death Knight as well, as the Archmage is just looking to put pressure damage again. Lich is almost out onto the field. This could be dangerous though. You never want to try and be engaging against your opponent, especially as a hero. Maybe popping out that Frost Nova, that Death Coil, all of a sudden can shift that damage very fast, as we see Chaemiko sitting on a large number of footmen. 6 footmen right now, as we are now going into Blacksmith, perhaps for some riflemen. Water Elemental now dropped down. Death Knight now trying to shift away. Crypt Fiends are going to be able to get in some easy damage there, even with 7 armor and a favorable armor type. The piercing damage on those Crypt Fiends, 26 to 31, is still rather high. Alright, let's take a look at this. Alright, more damage coming through. Defend is now up. Archmage now trying to put damage onto some of those units. Are they going to be able to get away? There's a big Frost Nova. Footman now trying to head back, and it gets taken down. More damage coming through. Death Knight continuing to fight back again. Are we going to see another Death Coil onto that Footman? Footman almost down, as we're going to see more damage getting absorbed by that Death Knight again. So many skeletal minions. It's like the Lich and the Death Knight both used all of their Rod of Necromancy charges to just put a pressure on this counter attack. Archmage will be forced to retreat back, has the Arcane Vault, is going to be able to heal up all that much. Lost 2 footmen, it looks like, or perhaps maybe just 1, but we should be looking into a transition into some different units as well. All right, let's take a look. Well, trying to pull some of those units back. Water Elemental there. Archmage going to try and put pressure damage. There goes the Healing Salve and that Clarity Potion. Damage is getting added up. There's the Death Coil, as the Crypt Fiend now, well, in a massive run to try and head back. Lich down to 115 mana. There is an Obsidian statue right here. Death Knight should be able to get off a big Death Coil Footman with Defend, reflecting damage back, and there's a long distance Death Coil for the kill, as Chaemiko now, well, losing a lot more than he would have expected at this point. Town Hall about to get to tier 2. It will be a little bit of time before we see Spellbreakers and Priest join in on this fight. Perhaps even some Riflemen should be added in here, as we do have the Blacksmith, as the Footmen are now ready to engage. Footmen do have Defend. Damage getting added up onto the Obsidian Statue. The Obsidian Statues will most likely just be retreating back with no real problem. Meanwhile, the Death Knight with a Mana Stone can really dish out a lot of damage as well. Death Knight down to 122 hit points. Archmage trying to finish off some other units. Is going to be able to finish off anything right there. Archmage getting extra damage onto the Lich, but the Lich is just going to continue to get healed back up. Footman with Defend. And really, Chaemiko isn't really focusing all that much with his units, and now just trying to micro his units so that they don't fall. 2 Obsidian Statues, though, are going to be a big problem. Crypt Fiends, well, Crypt Fiends with that focus fire damage, as long as they're focusing onto the Water Elementals, are still going to be doing some efficient damage, even if the Footmen have Defend and are reflecting some of that damage back. Mountain King now ready to join in on the fight. We are looking at double Arcane Towers right here. We are getting Arcane Sanctum and also going straight into Castle with a Workshop as well. This sudden change in tech may come as a big surprise to Michael. Michael perhaps not going to be expecting tier 3 units or the Paladins to be here ready to go so fast. Archmage, well, here we go. We're going to start the fight now. Footman with Defend. Stormbolt onto a Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend going to be able to land a death, or get a Death Coil right there. No big problem, as there is a quick surround there. All right, there goes 1 unit once more. Mountain King could be in trouble. Mountain King going to be forced to try and retreat down to 1 armor, as it is able to retreat at 135 hit points. Footman still trying to fight there. Footman now going after some of those Obsidian Statues. Archmage needs to back up as well. No more mana. Footmen are pretty much left behind with only a Water Elemental to lead them, and this is not a very good, efficient fight. The Crypt Fiend's going to be able to deal so much damage here. Death Knight not going to get to level 3, but get close there. Lich, now at level 2, has access to, well, Dark Ritual to get even more mana ready to go for those upcoming battles. Chaemiko sitting at 44 supply. Meanwhile, well, Michael sitting at 44 as well. Fly machines are joining in. And, well, this is going to be perhaps a little bit... Nope, destroyers are already up in the air. If you were expecting to see some sort of timing attack with these destroyers, which is a very, very high possibility with absorb mana, well, that could be a big problem. Let's take a look. Obsidian Statue, 431 right there. Units are now making their way back off to the north. Arcane Towers are here, ready to go, dealing that damage. And there you have it, magic damage, just eating through that Arcane Tower so fast. Fly machines are already here, ready to go, trying to focus down some of those units. There's some repairs, but not going to be enough, as Web also bringing down some of those units. Archmage needs to bring the pain, but there is so much death and destruction coming in from Michael right now as level 1 weapon upgrades. 4 riflemen and fly machines just around the corner. Fly machines have suffered quite a bit of damage as well. 52 supply compared to 48. But remember, Michael does not have the additional workers for an expansion. So his standing army is actually slightly higher. That Obsidian Statue very well protected right now. And Chaemiko is actually losing a lot of supply and a lot of peasants, giving additional army to the Undead here. Dark Ranger about to join in on the fight as well. Let's take a look. Stormbolt, Holy Light, Paladin is also at tier 3, trying to finish things off. There's a Death Coil for the heal. Orb of Fire onto the Archmage. Archmage perhaps going to be able to finally finish off or deal some damage to the Crypt Fiend. Death Coil to save as well, as the units are still continuing the chase. All right, a quick web being brought back down. Fly machines going after the destroyers. Well, it looks as though a Crypt Fiend will finally get taken down. There it goes, as the attacks are still coming through and through. Destroyer, that Destroyer seeing that 348 hit points. Death Knight may try and go after some of those other units. Knights are actually on the field as well. Dark Ranger gets up to level 2 as the Destroyer needs to get some Devour magic in order to perhaps take that. Well, there goes one Destroyer. Archmage gets one Destroyer down. If the other Destroyer does go down, that is going to be bad news indeed, as the Water Elementals will be able to do far too much damage. However, constant webbing of those units is causing some problems as well. All right, Knight is going to try and take down a Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend does get a Death Coil heal. But as you remember, the Death Coil is currently significantly weaker when the Orb of Fire debuff is thrown onto the unit. All right, plus 16 damage, so 9 and 7 damage right there for that plus 16. Big damage indeed. Staff of Sanctuary tries to save a unit. Is the Mountain King? No, Mountain King is back ready to go. Knight is going to try to join in on the fight, as the units are just getting eaten through. This expansion is now turning into just a kill zone for the Undead. So many skeletal minions joining in on the fight. There's another Death Coil. Even with Knights, even with the Orb of Fire, not enough damage is being done to those Crypt Fiends to actually take them down. Mountain King gonna get taken down. There it goes. This is bad news for Chaemiko. Are we gonna perhaps see a Destroyer get taken down? 1 or 2 more shots. 1 more shot, it gets taken down here. Archmage sitting at level 3. Frost Nova finishes off a Knight, as Spellbreakers are having some trouble. Chaemiko down to 33 supply. Michael at 45. And this is just an expansion, giving experience to Michael at this stage. Dark Ranger has so many skeletal minions out onto the field right now, perhaps purposely toggling black arrows for when it is needed most. Lich has been able to convert many of these lesser dark minions into, well, no, not been able to do that, since it is Frost Armor that we've seen earlier. Death Knight back across over here. Archmage now wandering back around again. Water Elementals, Spellbreakers, Knights, Paladin here ready to go. Archmage going to shift back off to the north as we're looking at the skeletal minions going to try and take down this Town Hall. Death Knight now coming back over, as well, Knights coming back over to try and stop some of this damage. Are we going to see a silent? Yes, you are. Archmage could be in trouble. Scroll of Town Portal used in time. Crypt Fiend going to get taken out. There it goes. Level 3 or level 2 now on the Paladin. Paladin, let's Holy Light, Potion of Healing used in time. Archmage now trying to get away, as the Paladin could be in trouble himself. Fighting going back the other way. 47 compared to 49. And the additional economy is really starting to help out, as we see, well, Chaemiko just being able to come back quickly. All right, I thought we were going to see a Stormbolt onto that unit. No Stormbolt at all, as the Archmage is now coming back across the unit here. All right, no mining coming from this expansion. 48 supply compared to 53 compared to 54. Paladin gets taken down again. And the Mountain King, what can it really hope to do, as Knights are still joining in, but without Sundering Blades, and without Animal War Training, those Knights are just falling far too fast. 885. Let's take a look against an 1175 Abomination. The damage is also, I believe, high. No, about the same as we're looking at the Dark Ranger now trying to head back. All right, Abomination now trying to shift back again. Expansion is finally gone. 47 supply compared to 51. We're looking at, well, there's a control magic right there, getting up a skeletal minion. Archmage sitting at level 3, healing back up, but not really doing all that much. We're looking at the, Paladin not getting resurrected for some reason. No resurrection on the Paladin yet. And, well, that does come as a surprise. 1-0 upgrades there. Flying Machines also with 1-0 upgrades. Perhaps needing to clear out some additional creep camps somewhere else. Archmage will get to level 4. Mountain King will stay at level 2. As the Mountain King picks up a potion of healing and gets a claws of attack plus 9 for himself. Death Knight Illusion still wandering around here. Lich sitting at level 3. Death Knight sitting at level 4. And we're looking at, well, there goes a claws of attack plus 12 for that Death Knight. More damage getting added in once more. Mountain King looking to finish off the Ogre Magi here in just a moment. There it goes. There it goes. Mountain King picks up a wand of mana stealing knights with inner fire extra armor. But is that just going to end up turning into, well, mana for those destroyers? Death Knight Illusion gets caught right there. It's going to get taken down, no problem. Mountain King already at 3. Archmage sitting at 4. He will need, well, some mana himself, but at plus 25 damage, that Archmage is nearly dealing double damage per attack now. Death Knight now going to be shifting on over. Destroyers are here, ready to go. Let's take a look what's going to be going down in this fight. You can see this Magnetar Reaver could end up getting taken down. Well, is the Magnetar Reaver going to end up getting taken down here? That is the big question. Bloodlust, who's going to get the item? Mountain King picks up the item and gets stabbed to Sanctuary to back. Archmage now trying to retreat again. Flying Machines trying to leave behind all of those units. Water Elemental down to 62 hit points as the Mountain King now getting healed back up. Brilliance Aura actually giving a little bit of a bonus to the Paladin as well. Are we going to perhaps see a Holy Light here or a little bit of healing going on as an expansion already coming in to play by Michael? All right, no expansion here. It is going to turn 2 bases Undead into a 1 base human. 63 supply compared to 58. And the composition of Michael's army with Crypt Fiends and Abominations is still rather a sight to behold. Knights, on the other hand, here 1-1 upgrades, no animal war training, no sundering blades. Spellbreakers are here as well. Scroll of regeneration for the majority of the army as the Mountain King has been fully healed. Mountain King with level 2 Stormbolt may be able to snipe down some units here in just a second. Meanwhile, this expansion looks like it will get destroyed before it is going to be up and running, and that is going to be a key factor as the destroyers now make their way off to the north here. All right, well, this Necropolis going to get taken down. This Acolyte going to get taken down, well, pretty much instantaneously. There it goes. Haunted Goldmine is left. Archmage does not have a Scroll of Town Portal, though, so this fight is going to go from bad to worse very quickly. At least this expansion did not pay for itself. Expansion here, not much. Let's take a look. Undead Army, gonna Flying Machines, catches some destroyers out of position. The Death Coil, however, saves right there as the units are still fighting their way through. All right, trying to flank, and here comes the flank pincer play. Illusion, Flying Machines coming in from the back, and here you go, diving on in. Web now coming down. It looks as though a couple of Crypt Fiends could get taken down as well. Death Knight, where is it? Where is that Death Coil as the Knights are just eating through those Crypt Fiends? All right, more units getting taken down. Staff of Sanctuary saves again. Chaemiko now with an 8 supply advantage. Paladin now trying to bring back over. There's a Holy Light onto the Knight. That Knight could end up getting taken down still after absorbing so much damage. And now the Lich is going to fall. Death Knight does not Death Coil in time as we see some skeletal minions actually turning sides. Stormbolt onto the Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend, well, doesn't get saved. The Lich was the one that absorbed the Death Coil to try and stay alive as that Lich now backs away. Lich does have 32 damage on that auto attack, so that is the reason why, well, units have been falling so quickly. Stormbolt onto the Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger could end up getting taken down as well. A lot of big damage right there as we're looking at the Dark Ranger down to 126. Is going to be able to slip away? Yes, it does. Mountain King is going to be in a bit of trouble. Has a potion of healing. Uses just instead something else. Gets a Holy Light instead as the fights are still getting underway. All right, Mountain King trying to focus down the Lich. Lich could get taken down. No potion of invulnerability used in time. Mountain King gets taken down. Dark Ranger gets taken down. Paladin now up to level 3 as the Archmage could be in trouble. Archmage does have a potion of healing. Uses it in time. Paladin does not have enough mana. There is the Death Coil. Mountain King now back out, but this may be too little, too late. Archmage has fallen. Mountain King is back out onto the field, doesn't have that much going for it. Gonna try and finish off some extra units. Perhaps the Brilliance Aura would actually be useful right now, as the Mountain King unable to do very much. Mountain King is trying to dodge back around 66. Is he going to be able to stay alive? Paladin is right there as well. Mountain King trying to slip away as we're looking at the units continuing to battle it out. All right, let's take a look. Lich down to 152 hit points. Mountain King is going to be able to Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight could get taken out. Holy Light right there. There's a bash. Paladin gets taken out. Mountain King going after the Lich again. Lich gets Frost Armor. Lich going to be in trouble there, trying to fight its way through. There goes the Lich. And Chaemiko, now the only one with heroes, wins the game. All right, that was definitely played at the edge of a sword, going back and forth. Chaemiko was up, Michael was up, Chaemiko was up, Michael was up. A brilliant game executed by Chaemiko to not get too flustered when he fell behind. Really well done. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.